I was gonna say, when you were working for the body shop, then I guess our question is like, when did you know that you were gonna hit traction with the music? Were you selling mixtapes?
I always, and I don't even consider myself crazy like famous like that, but I'm probably 1,000 songs that aren't done yet that are just gonna come out. Like whether it's one person or a million people, I make music. Whether it's out right now or out in 5 years, like that's what I do. Like
Yeah.
and that's what whether cameras are on or off. Like I'm making music.
Right.
I'm not recording myself making the music to be like
Just
I
for
make
fuck
the
of it,
music.
yeah.
I don't always do
You're just playing.
whatever else. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. Wait, were you at that time?
Basketball too, but I'm not in the NBA.
Yeah.
So
We all had those
Yeah, who
NBA
don't wanna be an
dreams.
NBA player, dude.
Yeah.
At that time, were you going on? Were you trying to go to different like venues, I guess, in Houston area, or like?
nah,
how
I never really had the like mentality to be like I want to go perform in front of people. I don't know why I'm like that.
Yeah.
I don't. I like making the music.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the
And
same
being
way,
in
man.
the studio, listening to it, and then we're mixing it right there, and he's making it sound better and better. The engineer, we're in like the craziest studio in whatever city I'm in, and recording with the best engineer, and it's like it's sounding crazy, and we're making the shit right there, and it actually sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Cause I like listening to my music in the car, crazy with heavy bass. So when I'm hearing somebody else's shit, I'm listening to it. I'm not watching them perform live.
Right.
I'm listening to it in the car or the video,
Yeah.
with on big speakers, and I'm watching the video. So I'm fans of a lot of rappers.
Right.
So when I'm watching now, I've only been to a few rap shows. I went to a Gucci Man concert like 2 times. He would never even know I'm there. I love Gucci Man. Like he's just like top.
Yeah.
So
Best
is that-
rapper ever.
so-
fresh diamonds, clean head to toe, like it's tight. Like yo, he does everything right. You know what I'm saying?
What then?
Multi-million dollars, like him and his wife, and how they with the kids iced out, like man.
That's
All
You know
the
what I'm
early
saying?
Gucci
But
Mane mixtapes.
I'm listening to all these shit and watching shit from TV.
yeah. Like YouTube
You know what I'm saying?
and
So-
stuff, yeah, all the videos.
So that's how I like make my songs. Go in the studio and I want to make that and be hearing that shit and be like, this is how somebody's gonna be listening to it in their car. This is how they're gonna be watching the video and listening to that shit.
Yeah.
So that's why the engineering is so important.
because that's where most people listen to their music anywhere. Like, I'll be honest, I only listen to real music. Like maybe if I'm on a plane, I'll have it in, but
Jam
I'm
out,
not
headphone.
listening like intently. The only time I'm really like, all right, let's bang it is like we're driving around and down the beach, or and we're really like just throwing on
Vibing,
bangers.
yeah.
And that's how I think I listen. He listens. People I know, like that's when you truly listen to your songs, and that's when it's like, all right, this
Or
is
dancing around in the living room with the
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
TVs
with a little-
playing,
a little house
loud
party,
speakers,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, like, that's how I kind of like feel like about music. So when people are saying like, whether live is fun, like live is fun if it's like a big huge festival and concert. It's fun. It's just like, you know what I mean?
You know, it's funny, dude. You came to Knoxville when I went to school at Tennessee, and you played up the hill. We hung out downstairs, dude. It was fun. We were vibing, eating chicken wings. I was trying to like pick up this chick, and then you kind of just swept her and took her out. And I was like, "Riff, don't do it, dude."
Nah, man.
And you're like, "I'll bring her back at 3 a.m., dude."
Nah, nah.
I'm just messing with you, dude. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just didn't know if you were doing all the tour stuff. I mean, obviously, Neon Icon. I guess how did you have that relationship with Diplo? And
Yeah,
did that come about?
he put out my first album. Like, I couldn't have got all those people like Mac Miller, and I knew all these people, but like with Diplo, it's like me having all these artists' phone numbers versus Diplo being like, "Hey, I need you on Riff Raff's album." Me being like, "Yo, I need you on my album," or Diplo being like, "Hey, I need you on this song that I'm making for Riff." It's just a lot smoother.
So how'd you meet Diplo in the first place? How did that connect happen?
We were talking on Twitter
Okay.
like 13 years ago, 14 years ago, like 2009. Some crazy
Did
shit.
he like?
And he was like, "Yo, you should put together a real album. Like I can
okay.
see you. I see you're doing videos. I see you're doing you're making all these songs and dropping videos like every week. Let me fly you to LA. Let's put out a real album."
Oh, okay, so that's good.
So we started working, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put you in the studio with my engineer from Kentucky, Derek Allen." And we start going to the studio and then making songs, and we made like 30, 40 songs.
Fuck yeah.
Made
Hey.
songs with Skrillex, Travis Scott.
And how is it
Migos.
working with those guests, those big name guests? Is it any different in terms
Yeah,
of like
I mean, honestly, everybody who's super big, who their name is really actually big, and then I get a chance to, we work together, and then like I see pieces of me with them, like the creative, like coming up with a song, or like me and I notice things about somebody that like, and then some of my friends like, oh, you do that exact same thing. You make voice recordings on your thing. You harmonize a thing on the mic, and then put your words to it, or to come up with a melody. Like I see somebody doing that, and I'm like, okay, I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.